Hey guys, it's me Catherine, as always, and today I'm bringing you my series review for The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. This is a 4-book series consisting of The Raven Boys, The Dream Thieves, Blue, Lily, Blue, and The Raven King, which was released earlier this year. Now, this series is a well-loved series here on BookTube, and because of that, I was so afraid to start it. I really was so scared to read it because I thought I was so worried I was gonna hate it, but I had no reason to worry because I absolutely loved this series. I didn't know what to expect really with this series. I built sort of an image in my head of what I thought it was going to be like based on things that people had said and reviews I had seen and things, but it was nothing how I was expecting it to be. So The Raven Cycle it's an urban fantasy series, but it's not urban fantasy in like werewolves and vampires and other such magical creatures. The magic is a little more subtle, it's not so in your face, it's more psychics and things like that rather than magical creatures. Not that there aren't sort of like magical beings and creatures and things, but they're not, like I said, not like werewolves and vampires and things, nothing like that. It's a lot more subtle and it's more in the atmosphere and the whole, how Maggie's built this world. The magic is in the world, it's in the atmosphere and the way I've heard about Maggie Stiefvater's writing before, and reading it itself, just the way she's built this world and written it, and you can feel it has, as always Catherine, great with the words, it has so much feeling, like as you're reading it you can feel the world and feel the magic in the story. The story's alive. It's just a stupid thing to say, but as you're reading it the story feels alive. It feels you're there in the story, in this world. You can feel everything and sense it all and feel it, and I've said feel way too many times, but that's the sort of way that it's written and the way that it's built. The magic is woven into this story it's just really good. I really enjoyed that whole, I think half of the reason I enjoyed it so much was because of how this world was written and how it was built and how it made me feel. So yeah, the world is great. As for the story itself, so we follow Blue Sargent, who is the only daughter of a psychic mother, and she lives in their house with her mum and her mum's 2 best friends and other family members, and they're all psychic and they sort of run this business from their house. Blue is the only one that isn't, and Blue, we find out from the beginning, for as long as she can remember, it has been prophesied that she will kill her true love, which is a little heavy, having that sort of knowledge from however young it was when it was first prophesied, worrying that whatever boyfriend you have is going to be your true love and you're going to kill them. So it's basically following Blue, and she meets these 4 Raven boys who attend a posh, rich school called Aglionby, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, and the school like logo, mascot, I don't know if it's a mascot or whatever, like the thing that they have on their uniform is a raven, which is why they're called the Raven Boys. And Blue swears that she's not going to get involved, like do not get involved with the Raven Boys, but then she meets these 4, which are Gansey, who is like the main one. He's sort of the one that fetched this little group of friends together for his quest that he's on to find an old dead Welsh king. Then we've got Ronan, who is the troubled soul of the group. Ronan, who is my love. I love Ronan so much. I didn't want to, because I in real life I would not fancy Ronan at all, not even in the slightest, but like for some reason I do. I love Ronan. I don't know why. Ronan, the troubled soul. Then we have Noah, little baby Noah, who is the quiet one and the not so, how is it they describe him? Wrinkled. Is it wrinkled? Creased. I can't remember now. They kind of like describe him as like creased or smudged. Smudged, that's it. Smudged, like the little smudge. And then we have Adam. Adam, who is not from a rich family, Adam who works really, really hard to keep his place at Agliombe and sort of has a bit of a chip on his shoulder and is very proud at the beginning, and it took me a while to warm up to Adam, because while being proud and wanting to do things for yourself isn't a bad thing, I just think sometimes you can take it too far, and there are certain points when you need to, you know, tell yourself, you know what, it's okay to accept help. Not every help that people try to give me is charity. Sometimes it's just a friend being nice. So it took me a while to warm up to Adam, but I did eventually. So overall, the characters, I love all the characters. I love Blue's family. Blue's family are great, and you know, the women that she lives with are great. Blue herself is great. I really like Blue. She's sort of quirky and different. She dresses a bit eccentric, like she uses leaves and things in, I can't remember if she actually puts leaves on her clothes or what, but she dresses a bit weird, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying weird and like a bad thing, she just dresses a bit weirdly, like she tries to be different. But I do really like Blue, and obviously the Raven Boys. The Raven Boys are great. I love the Raven Boys. There's no even need to talk about the Raven Boys because they're amazing. But speaking of Blue, Blue sort of, I do like Blue. I feel like I have to say this first. I do like her as a character, but I just couldn't connect with her. Like, I don't know what it is, because I didn't dislike her at all. There was nothing to dislike really about her. I just couldn't connect with her. And I felt like there was something missing between her and the Raven Boys. Because I know that the feeling you're supposed to have is that they come together as like a group. They're like a family. It is Blue and her Raven Boys, and the Raven Boys and their little Blue. But I just didn't get that. Through the entire series, Blue felt like she was just there. I didn't feel like she was part of the group. She just sort of popped up every once in a while and was just there. And that sort of let this series down for me, because on the whole this series was amazing and I really enjoyed it. But Blue sort of like let it down a little bit. It was only a little bit. It's only the tiniest little bit. But I just couldn't, I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on what it is that made me feel this way. I just didn't feel that connection that the Raven Boys had together, like Gansey and Ronan and Adam and Noah, like the connection that they had together. And Blue I just didn't feel it. I don't know what it was. I still don't know what it was. I just didn't feel it. So that was a little bit of a letdown. And the other thing is, there were certain threads, certain little things that just weren't wrapped up at the end, that you sort of left hanging. I can't even remember what they are anymore. I wish I'd done this review as soon as I'd finished the series, but I didn't because I'm rubbish, and now I've forgotten what the threads are that weren't tied up. Like, it was only small things, like it wasn't part of the main story. The main story itself, I think, was more or less wrapped up, but there were just little side things that were left open, and I don't know if that was done on purpose, or whether they were forgotten, or, you know, they just weren't deemed important enough to be worth bothering to wrap up. I don't know, but there was just little things that weren't completely wrapped up. But again, it was just small things. Overall, this series was amazing. I loved it, and the atmosphere and the Raven Boys and the atmosphere and the Raven Boys and Ronan, and it was just, it's great. It's great. It's great. So if you haven't picked up the Raven Boys yet because you're worried about the hype, I get it. I totally get it, because I was so worried as well. I think just read it. Just expect to hate it, because so many people love it. You know you're going to be the one to hate it. So I think if you go in with that attitude, you'll either hate it, in which case it would be exactly as you expected, or you'll love it, and that's a bonus. You know, I think if you're going expecting to hate it, anything above that is a bonus. So don't be afraid, just do it. Just do it, honestly. It'll be worth it, it'll be worth it. Or it won't. What have you got to lose? That is it for this series review, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Oh, and don't forget to leave your thoughts on the Raven Boys in the comments below, please, please, because I need to talk about the Raven Boys because I've just realised I haven't talked to anybody about it yet because I don't have anybody. But let me know in the comments below, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!